3 to the flop. On the flop, pair
Whoa.
of 4s and a 6. I think Fitt's going to like that, huh?
Yeah.
And a check.
Boy, what a magic flop for a raggedy hand.
Check.
2 checks. Jamil Dia might start liking his ace-queen a little bit more now. He's going to test the waters, it looks like.
21-5 to Jerry Fitt.
Fitt is out of position, meaning he will have to act first on the turn card. So he might want to take the lead here, or he might want to slow play. There's Phil Ivey to contend with behind him. Oh, and he's going to raise. There's about 64,000 in the
60
pot.
more.
And he raises about the size of the pot. So a total now to Phil Ivey of almost 82,000 to call. Surely he will fold his king-queen. And I can't see Jamil Dia calling a re-raise here. I think Jamil Dia's bet was a tester. He got the answer he was looking for. And I think Jerry Fitt is going to get about all he can out of his ace-4. And honestly, Barry, when you have a poor hand like that that ends up flopping big, you need to maximize value, and I'm not sure that Jerry Fitt did. He got an extra 20,000 out of Jamil Dia. Perhaps by calling, he could have gotten a little bit more. Now, I could be wrong about this. Jamil Dia might just say, I don't believe you, and he might re-raise him, and then Jerry Fitt is going to be real happy that he raised. But I can't see Dia calling here.
A lot of contemplation.
Just you and me.
It's you or me.
Jerry should not have said that. I really don't think he should have said that. I think he has sent yet another message to Jamil Dia that ace-queen is no good, and it's time to play another hand.
And you're absolutely right. Good call, Michael. As Jamil Dia just says, I'm not playing this hand. I will look elsewhere. And Jerry Fitt, still a pretty handsome payday, at least on this particular hand for him. So Jerry Fitt, who has been right up amongst the leaders for the entire run of this tournament, remains so at this table. Lots more to come from Melbourne. Don't go away. A beautiful night here in Melbourne, Australia, as you look across the Yarra River at the city of Melbourne. We'll remind you the PartyPoker.net Aussie Millions are brought to you by PartyPoker.net, the world's largest poker school. Play continuing at our main table now, and no secrets amongst these players, and cream, if you will, starting to rise to the surface.
And we are getting very close to the prize money. And those who are on the short stack have a big decision to make. Do they play to try to win the Aussie Millions, or do they play to just try to sneak in the back door of the prize money? That man is interested in
44.
one place only.
You're right.
Is that okay?
And in late position, James is, well, he's attempting to make the minimum raise. Looks like he shorted the pot a little bit.
I know where I stand.
I think
you do have to make it 48.
Yeah, Kathy Liebert noticed that.
How much is it?
The point is, Barry, that
24.
Kenneth James on blinds of 12 and 2400
All right,
is
48.
trying to only raise
got it.
to
You got
4800.
an
It's
extra
the nefarious
Huh?
double raise, and that often just doesn't work in No Limit Hold'em. On the other hand, if nobody wants to play with him, he will be able to steal the blinds for a very cheap price.
Kathy Liebert's going to play, though.
Liebert has position. She's on the button. She's got a fairly decent hand.
She calls.
Cairns in the small blind would get a discount, but doesn't want to play with a king deuce, nor does Galanis with a jack 3. Liebert with the best hand and the best position.
And now the flop, and Liebert has picked up another king. How do you like that?
Great flop, Kathy Liebert. Top pair, open-ended straight draw. She'll want to bet this for value, just in case Kenna James has a diamond draw. Doesn't want to let him see it for free. And that will be the end of the 5-4.
Exactly, as James leaves it for Liebert to take, and all of a sudden, Kathy Liebert starting to work her way into this contest here, as she has gotten better cards and played them extremely well. Right now, we are going to take you outside for some bonus coverage where Jim Keating is all in against Billy Sukar.
And you might be wondering how an ace-deuce gets in an all-in confrontation against a pair of queens. Well, when you get short Barry and you see an ace, sometimes you got to... Oh, look at this! Oh, my goodness. And Keating has spiked 2 pair. Sukar's going to need a queen.
Does not get it here.
Well, a spade could work, too. A spade or a queen.
No. And so Keating has doubled up. And takes you back to the old saying, there's a Sukar born every minute. Back to our main table now. Sometimes you got to go for the cheap gag, you know?
You are very punny, Barry.
Ooh. Phil Matthews has stepped into the fray here at this table, and he's in some pretty high cotton with these players. Ooh, ace-king suited for James.
10-7.
10,700, the bet from James.
Now that's a more typical kind of raise. The blinds are 12 and 24, so Kenna James has raised about 3 times the big blind.
Matthews not going to have anything to do with this. Cairns with an ace-6.
Very short, and he knows whatever hand he gets involved with could very well be his last, so he's looking for big tickets. Mr. Fitt, on the other hand, has more chips to play with, and he will put in the additional 8,300 to see a flop.
Here is the flop. King 4 deuce, and it helps James.
Now, the fact that there are no straight or flush draws out there at this moment could give Kenna James room to sandbag and slow play. On the other hand, Jerry Fitt has a lot of chips to shoot at, and Kenna James might want to try to build a sizable pot.
Well, it falls to Jerry Fitt now.
James has put in a reasonable 18,000 and change bet. Unfortunately, Jerry Fitt has no prospects.
Pretty good fold, I think, from Jerry Fitt, and Kenna James will take what's there and be happy about it. So James wins this pot, and he still is amongst the chip leaders. We're coming back. Don't go away. Poker.net Aussie Millions. You know, when Michael and I visited the Crown Casino back in January 2006, had the distinct pleasure of dining at Silk's, Melbourne's finest Chinese restaurant. Silk's, a dining experience like no other. With great traditional Cantonese cuisine and impeccable service, this Chinese masterpiece fits in with the Crown appeal. The Asian-inspired design will transport you. Relax and enjoy a drink with friends in a grand Mongolian tent, or retire to one of the